U.S. Central Command just announced they began a third round of strikes against Iran in response to Iranian forces attacking a Cyprus-flagged container ship in the Strait of Hormuz. CENTCOM says the U.S. is degrading Iran's ability to attack ships, and the strikes are being carried out at the direction of the commander-in-chief. Tom, let's go right back to you on this. Obviously, this is the perennial issue right now. No matter where we are, we talked about the Texas Senate race. This is gonna make news because we just don't know where this is from one minute to the other. It seems to be reactionary sometimes. Iran hits ships after President Trump gave them an ultimatum, and now we're hitting Iran. What happens next?
We don't know what happens next, but I will say this. There are some that believe that if we take some sort of military action, that's going to be bad for midterms for Republicans. I actually disagree with that. I think the fact that we went in the first place, so there were some that weren't happy about that, but if you are going to go in, I think most of those folks think finish the job, get it done. And these diplomatic talks, 60 days, and then we extend it, and then we're in a ceasefire, and then we get hit, and then they're saying crazy things on social media and kill Trump in the streets. I think the president needs to take action. I think he's doing that, and I think the American people will reward him for that, because I think the worst thing that could happen is just rinse and repeat for months on end and have no change.
Riley, we were on this show a couple of weeks ago, Tommy and I, and we broke news. We had the vice president come on this show, call in from being pulled away from the things that he was involved in to talk about this deal, this big plan that was going to give, I believe it was 60 days, this memorandum of understanding, working towards a deal. The entire administration seemed to be lock and step. This was a good plan and it had teeth. And here we are a few weeks later, and it feels like we're back to a month and a half ago. It feels like nothing's changed. Where do Americans sit on this? Do they feel like the administration is losing control? Do they feel like that